Hello and welcome to She Boss Talk. I am your host, Shantae R. Roddy. I am coming on here today for a stimulus update and report. It is Christmas Eve, December 24th. So come on in, say hello. This is for entrepreneurs and small business owners. Breaking news is always, we know that this is a new stimulus bill that passed, but there are some things that are going on. We know that there's still stimulus checks that are proposed, but there is a $2,000 stimulus check proposed by the president. So we're going to talk about it. And again, what this means for you as a small business owner and an entrepreneur. Again, happy holidays to all of you all out there. Before I get started, just again, drop a hello. Let me know who you are, where you're hailing from, and what are your plans for the holidays, whatever it is that you celebrate. If it's Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, this has been a very challenging year for everyone, but I want to make sure everybody has a blessed, safe, and healthy holiday out there. As always, do give this a thumbs up. We want as many entrepreneurs and small business owners to see this. If you're not already subscribe. Ask our fans that are out there, our She Boss Talk family, about how we have been able to help them through this pandemic. So if you're new to this channel, you definitely want to tune in and stay connected. Also hit the notification bell because we always bring up to date. First, you're always the first to know about new information that comes out that again affects you and your business, that is going to help set you up for success. Even in a pandemic, even in a crisis, there are opportunities for you to rise and thrive during this time. So I have provided quite a few videos. I've done stimulus updates. I did one, I believe it was yesterday or the other day, about not only the stimulus package, but the unique targeted EIDL grants that are coming out. So if you have not checked that video out, definitely check that video. I'll be giving you a summary of what I talked about in that video, because you definitely want to be aware that there is money coming in the stimulus package that just passed. It is a $900 billion package that passed both the House and the Senate. And guess what? It went to the president's desk, and that's where it got stuck. Okay, so there's all these benefits. No, we know it's not enough, but there's some good benefits in here for all of you entrepreneurs and small business owners out there. And we're waiting to get signature. However, this is what happened. President Trump decided that he was not going to sign the bill. So we were expecting it to be signed before Christmas. And as of today, it is not signed. What he said was at the last minute is that he basically said the $600 stimulus checks. So, we all got stimulus checks. The first go round under the CARES Act, it was $1,200 per person if you're a single individual. This time what they negotiated was $600. Now, that's what they negotiated. Now, the House Democrats, and there's other parties that wanted a higher amount, that wanted $2,000. But they didn't get it. Now, the Republicans didn't want to give it. Now, the fact that they agreed on $600 is a lot, because they've been going back and forth on this stimulus package since May, when the House passed the HEROES Act, which was a $3 trillion bill. Okay, but the president said basically the $600 is ridiculous. Now, it is low. Okay, but the Republicans feel like he's throwing them under the bus, because they say that they were going based on what he said he wanted. So what they're saying is he never communicated to them that he wanted $2,000 stimulus checks for the American people. So the stimulus bill is on his desk. And it's very important, because this bill is tied to the government spending bill, which is a $1.4 trillion bill, right? So this impacts a lot. This could potentially result in a government shutdown, which we don't want. We know the CARES Act benefits are coming to an end. Unemployment is coming to an end if they do not pass this bill. It ends this Saturday. So if you have not received a notice from your state unemployment office, it is set to expire. Eviction memorandum is going to be set to expire at the end of December. So it's important that this passes, but he's held it up. So what the Democrats said, Nancy Pelosi was like, okay, you want it, we wanted this anyway. And so what they said that they took it up for a vote, and what they needed was a unanimous vote. But the House GOP representatives, Republicans, said no, they blocked it. Okay, so right now that 2000 is in limbo. What they may do, what makes more sense, is that they will probably meet somewhere in the middle. But again, we always think that they're going to meet in the middle, which would bring us back to what? The $1,200 that we got in initial economic payments. So again, the Republicans just blocked the bill. And so right now we're trying to figure out what is the president going to do. So he has not said he's going to veto the bill. He just has not signed the bill. Okay. And again, at the last minute, he was asking for $2,000 stimulus checks, which are economic payments. So this is where we are right now. What initially was proposed, what it passed and is ready to sign, is $600. So let me know what you think about this in the comments. Are you satisfied with $600? Could you use more? But again, there are congressional members that wanted more, that asked for more, that proposed more, and just could not get all sides to agree on it. But it's interesting that the president at the last minute, instead of before this, decided to hold up the bill for this. So I don't know what's going to happen, but hopefully we'll hear something soon, and I'll bring you that update as far as those stimulus checks. But we need the stimulus checks. Now, as soon as this passes, Mnuchin said that whatever the stimulus check amount that is agreed on, you would have it within days. Like within like 7 days if you have direct deposit. Okay, so if they have your information because they tweaked everything when they did the first go round, so they're ready. So it's a simpler process. They know what to do, and if they have your banking information in the system, you can have your check in a matter of days. So if this had passed and was signed by today's date, you probably would have it before New Year's. It's just like there's so much, again, help that's needed. I just sometimes don't understand why they can't get it together, but that's where we are. So it may be 600, it may be somewhere in between, or 2,000, but again, the Republicans blocked it. So it's going to take prompting from President Trump to tell the Republicans to really encourage them to agree on the $2,000. So again, we don't know what's going to happen, but that is where we are with the stimulus checks. Okay, so if you have any questions about that, let me know in the comments. One thing I want to talk about also is the Paycheck Protection Program and the EIDL, which is the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, loan in advance program that I just mentioned before, because this is the big benefit for small business in this particular package. Now, what is provided is for PPP is an additional $285 billion in PPP money. So for those of you that got it, this is an opportunity to get a second round of money, right? So even if you have not submitted your application for forgiveness, that does not matter, but there's some information that you do need to know. So for the PPP program, and the maximum is 2 million instead of the 10 million that it was under the initial rounds, the two earlier rounds. For this one, it has to be 300 employees or less. Remember, 500 employees or less under the other program. Public employers, companies are excluded from being able to get access to this PPP money. Okay, this time it does include co-ops, and they're saying like Hollywood agents are also included and can get in on this. There is $15 billion that is allocated for performing arts. industries, and you must be able to show an economic loss. So I talk about that all the time. That means you need to be able to show a dip, a decrease from one period to the next. So you have to be able to show that your business was affected, had some type of a loss during the pandemic, and during some period during the pandemic. There's going to be 25 million or billion, excuse me, given to the Minority Business Agency. It's a federal agency that helps minority business, and 15 billion that is going to minority like CDFIs and community banks to be able to provide more funding for minority businesses, because we know that the big banks left a lot of minorities and women out of funding opportunities. Now, as far as forgiveness, what you need to know is under this bill, they have simplified the form. So, I did a video, and it would probably be the same form or very similar, a one-page simplified form that makes it really easy, because I know a lot of you all have been challenged with submitting your forgiveness applications now that you have spent the money within the 8 to 24 weeks. It is a one-page application, simple application for those that receive loans of $150,000 or less. Okay, so if you have a loan and you spent the money, right, you have until December 31st to spend your first loan. Okay, you can submit your loan forgiveness on a simplified form once the bill passes. So relatively quickly, all of these benefits will go into effect really quickly once the president signs the bill into law. Okay, then they will issue out, Mnuchin, the Secretary of Treasury, the Treasury Secretary, and the SBA will provide this form. It's a one-page form that's really simple for you to be able to get forgiveness of your loan. That's 100% forgiveness. Another thing to note, when we talk about EIDL, remember I said and let me know if you have submitted your forgivable loan application, and you also had the EIDL advance. If you got not if you did not get full forgiveness, 100% forgiveness, let me know in the comments, because under the original CARES Act, if you got the EIDL advance, they were actually offsetting your PPP forgiveness. So your EIDL. So if you got $10,000 EIDL, you got $50,000 in PPP, you could only get $40,000 PPP forgiven. Now, in this new bill, it is stated that you have to be made whole. So they cannot do that. They cannot deduct your PPP if you got the EIDL advance. The EIDL advance is a grant, right? There is also stated that you're not going to be penalized for any of your expenses with that tax that initially was that you would not be able to write off any deductions, right? Take any deductions on any expenses that were covered with your PPP money. That is now repealed. So that has changed. Okay. So you will not have that tax burden. You will be able to deduct your taxes. Now, more information on that will be forthcoming, but it is no longer the case that you won't be able to deduct. You will be able to deduct those expenses, and you won't be penalized. It's not a penalty, but you will be able to get full forgiveness of your PPP, even if you receive the EIDL advance, which was the grant. Okay. If you have questions about that, please put them in the comments. As new information comes out, once they sign it, they will release this information. I'll be sure to keep you up to date on that. Now, let me just circle back on EIDL. This is very important. If you have not seen the video that I did the other day on the $10,000 grants, we have been waiting, asking, petitioning, going to Twitter. We have been doing everything to get our full $10,000 grant. Everything. And so in this stimulus that I said has already passed, is just waiting on the president's signature, there is $10,000 full grants that we will be able to get if you meet certain qualifications. So I highly encourage you, if you have not seen that video, to go check out the video. Now, I had a few comments from people that are uninformed. Now, I read through the bill. You know, everybody that knows me, if you're not new here, know I do thorough research, right? I don't just come on here and piggyback and read the news. I read the bill, and I put the links to the bill and the bill summary in the comments. So it's pinned to the top of that video. Okay. On the $10,000 EIDL grants have been approved, because they have been. And that means for those that have already applied, right, and you got just a partial amount, say you only got $1,000 because you have one employee, or it's just you are the sole employee of your company, you will get the balance, meaning you will get the additional $9,000. If you are like me, I applied in March, the same day that they opened up the EIDL applications, and have not received my EIDL $10,000 grant that I've been pushing for. And I said I would get it. I said, be patient. I said, we haven't gotten it yet, but there are advocates that are pushing for us to get it. If you are like me and you didn't get it because they ran out of funding, you will get the entire $10,000. Okay. Now, how this is going to work is that you're going to have to request it. People keep asking me, we do not believe you will need to reapply. They already have your application. What they will most likely do, and which they will do, is what they said in the bill, is the SBA will be responsible to notify you that you are potentially eligible to receive the $10,000 grant. And which time they will give you maybe a short form to have you opt in or request, just like they did in the initial application. In the initial application, it was a checkbox that a lot of you all missed that said, I am requesting a $10,000 EIDL grant. It was just a checkbox in the application. So it'll probably be something similar, that you have to opt in and say, I am requesting my $10,000 EIDL grant. Okay. Then they go through a verification process. They will be verifying your business, your financials. And so be prepared for that. Then they have 21 days to approve you. Before, they had 3 days, which we all know that they did not. None of us got money in 3 days, anywhere near 3 days. Well, this time they have 21 days. And if they find that you are ineligible, they determine you're ineligible, they have to notify you by email as to that determination. And with any ineligible determination, like the regular EIDL, you can appeal it. Okay. Now, in order to qualify for this round, you have to be a qualified entity. You have to have 300 employees or less. Again, that means if you have 0 employees, you qualify. You must be in a low income community as defined by the IRS. Okay. That information is in the video that I did. So again, go find the video on the $10,000 EIDL grant is approved. So you must be in a low income area, and you must have 300 employees or less in order to qualify. So some people ask me about applying for new grants. Now, based on the language, the monies are going to go at first to those that have already applied. So either you're going to get the balance of your money if you meet the qualifications, or you're going to get the full $10,000 if you haven't gotten it already. They will process these the same as they did the initial applications, which is first come, first serve. Now, they are going to give priority to those who are like me, those who never got their money because they ran out of funding. Okay. Let me see if there are any questions out there. And the IRS code, just for point of reference, is 1986, section 45DE. Okay. So again, you must be a covered entity as defined under the CARES Act, and meaning too that, to even qualify to apply the first time, you had to have been operating your business as of January the 31st, 2020. Okay. So you had to be a solopreneur, self-employed, gig worker. You could be a nonprofit. If you have to meet these qualifications or in order to apply, and you have to have experienced a 30% economic loss. Okay. Between the periods that they have defined. So the period, they've extended it, right? Because December is about to expire. They have extended it so you can get this full $10,000 up to December 31st, 2021. So that period is from March 2nd of 2020 to December 31st of 2021. And anywhere between that period, you choose an 8-week period. Then you compare that 8-week period to 2019. And if you can show a decrease between that period in 2019 and that period between March 2nd, 2020 and December 31st, 2021, then you will qualify for the full $10,000. Now, some people have said, they may open it up for applicants to get, $1,000 for employee. They have not stated that. Nowhere in here does it say anything about 1,000 per employee. What I do know, if you have applied, let me know. If you got a portion of your grant or not, please let me know in the comments, because I really like to know where you're at. You definitely want to stay tuned, and you want to make sure you're monitoring your emails, because that is how they will reach out to you. And again, they're not going to ask you to submit another application. They will probably request that you complete a form similar to like if you didn't get the EIDL because they needed more information or they needed to validate your banking information. Remember, they sent you a form. It was so simple. It took like 1 minute to fill out and verify, right? And then it's a field or a checkbox and saying I want the full 10,000. So again, if you don't do that, right, if you're not paying attention, if you're not monitoring and you miss it, you'll miss out. So again, once the president signs the bill, all of these things will move pretty quickly as far as them rolling out the program. Okay. Someone out there says still waiting on EIDL results, got shut down due to credit. So all of you all that are asking too that have been denied, none of that matters. If you were denied on credit, they didn't find that you had an economic loss or whatever the situation may be, that is irrelevant to your ability to get this grant. Okay? It is not based on any of that. And there's language in the bill that says specifically that you are entitled to if you meet the qualifications that I just stated, whether or not you accept the grant, whether or not you accept the loan, because you can be approved for the loan and not accept it. So whether or not you accept the loan, you still can get the grant. Whether or not you are approved or denied for the loan, you still get the grant, just like under the original CARES Act. All right. So, you not having the enough credit does not matter. But you do have to show the economic loss. Again, it's 30%. That is a must. And you must be in a low income area. So if you live in Beverly Hills, that is not low income. Okay. It's low income as defined by the IRS. It is typically 51%. You look at your county and compare it to your state. And then wherever you live at, your community is within 80% of that state median. That's what they determine. And it's different for every state, right? What the low income or income per community that they calculate. Okay. Yeah. So, well, I should qualify. I never did an application. Okay. So again, I for those that never applied, we'll have to wait for them to release more guidance on that, because it says nothing about reapplying. This speaks specifically for those that did apply. Now, if they open up the applications, again, it's still going to be those that have already applied are going to be first in line, right? And like I said, with everything has a deadline. They ran out of funding twice before. Right. So the last time they ran out of funding was in July. That's why they cut it off. And anyone that applied after that, right, didn't even have the option to check that they wanted a grant because it was no longer made available. Yeah. So, and if right now, if you were denied the loan and you want the loan, please submit a request for reconsideration. We have tons of videos on that. Many people have submitted reconsideration and were approved. I still have people that are reaching out to me today about EIDL and reconsideration. They didn't know they can submit for reconsideration. There's an appeal process for everything. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, and someone was on the comments talking about this is not true. The SBA, they called them the people you talk to at the SBA are not going to tell you that this program is available because it has to pass. And I said that in the video. I made that very clear. It's been approved. The stimulus bill is approved in the House, and the Senate is waiting on President's signature. Once he signs, then the ball is rolling. So you need to be ready. If you call SBA today, they're going to tell you, no, you can't apply for anything like that. Right? You're talking to representatives. They're not at the decision-making level. Right? They probably know as much as you do about it. I got the $1,000, but I'm not in a low income area. From what I read, I got. Okay. Yeah, I can't determine if you're in a low income area or not. Okay. But that's important information. So all of you all who've been waiting for the $10,000, this may be your time. So, and they, again, my understanding, those are the criteria for them to get it to you, at least in the first round. And again, once they let us know more information, I would definitely let you know. But those are the criteria. And you may hear other people say that it's not. There is no language that says or. It does not say that you are a covered entity, or you're located in a low income community, or you suffered an economic loss of 30% or more. It says and. So it means that you have to have meet all the criteria to be included. Okay, that's on the initial round. Anything after that, I'll let you know. If they open up applications, they will let us know, because they always put out a statement first to let us know when they will be opening before they open. The SBA website always has a statement. Like every time they've updated it, they're very quick. So as soon as they release new money, as soon as they run out of money, they are quick to update their website. Believe me. Okay. And if you just want to monitor their website, do that. Okay. All right. So those are the major updates. Like I said, go back to the EIDL video that I did. It is jam-packed with information, even more than I gave you here. Just want to really quickly congratulate all of you all who participated in our holiday giveaway contest. We ran them across all of our platforms, including here on YouTube. So we read through all your comments, all your stories of resilience. We were very moved by them. So I wish I could give everybody gift cards, but unfortunately I can't. But we have giveaways. We do this all the time. We're just in the mindset of giving and paying it forward. And we just want to be a blessing to all of those who are in our community that support us, that share our videos, share our content, that are striving to just take their business to another level and striving to rise and thrive during this time. So we have selected the winners, and we are making announcements, letting them know who they are. If you're on our email list, we sent out about a half hour ago email letting everyone know who the winners were, and wishing everybody a happy holiday. So if you're on our email list, Do check to see if you are listed as one of the winners, because we gave actually $200 gift cards to our email subscribers. So we'll definitely be doing this again. We have our grant fund. We anticipate opening the second round of applications in first quarter of 2021. So again, if you're not on our email list, make sure that you are. So they are the first ones notified of everything. Of everything that we do. They're the first, and then you're the second. So between our email list and YouTube, you all are the first to know everything as we find out about it. Okay. Now, for all of you all, enjoy the holidays, but even while you're relaxing, you're with family and everything, take the time out to make getting money a priority. There's still plenty of grant applications that are coming online. States that are, again, I'm about to update the tracker again because more states, another state just came out with a $500 million relief. States that have already rolled out relief are adding hundreds of millions of dollars more because there's such a big need. And I want to make sure you get access to that money. Okay. And so not only do we have the grant tracker, right? The online tool, you can do your research. We've done all the heavy lifting, bookmark it. We have the winning grant application cheat sheet that so many of you have already gotten, and using that to apply for grants, and you're winning them left and right. We are so happy for you, but that gets so many requests for one-on-one consults, one-on-one calls. I'm too busy to be able to do that. But the requests for help have been so overwhelming that I decided to host 2 master classes. Win Grants with Ease Masterclass. I'm going to hold it on Saturday, January the 9th. So right after the holiday, so we can get ready to get this money, right? Right after the holiday, we're going to get ready to get this money. And I'm hosting this masterclass on January 9th and January 16th. So seating is limited, it's virtual. It'll be held via Zoom. I'll put the link in the comments, and I'll put the link in the video description here. So if you need help, right? Because many of you keep asking me, if you need help getting access to grants, to applying, to submitting a winning grant application, please sign up, register for the master class. Okay. I will be going through 2 grants that I won through the step from research to winning it. You'll have an opportunity to ask me all kinds of questions about the relief programs, the grant. You can bring a grant that you're actually working on, and we'll talk through it, right? So I'll answer questions related to the specific grant that you are actually applying for. Okay, that's what makes this a master class. So you'll have like that interactive session with me and other group members who are all going after grant money. So if you are serious about getting grant money for your business, I invite you to register. Now, this would be helpful to whether you're a for-profit business or a nonprofit business. Okay, I will not be talking about grant writing or writing long proposals or hiring a grant writer. All these grants, right, that we are going after have streamlined processes that don't require all of that. So if you have the tracker, the cheat sheet, and this masterclass, you should be ready to go to get you thousands of dollars in grant money, like I've been able to do, and over 1,000 other of our followers have been able to do. We can do it. You can do it. Okay. And if you need inspiration and motivation, check out the 2 videos on how I won grant with Vicky Woodard. She's one of the ones. She submitted a testimonial to us. We get testimonials all the time. She did a video interview, and I just did one with Elena Martin the other day, who also won a grant. She won the Facebook grant. That was the first one she won, and she's new in business. For all of you all that say you're new in business and where is the money? There is money out there, even if you're new in business. She got the Facebook grant, and it didn't say for startups, but it didn't say it wasn't for startups. Okay. So that's why you have to read the eligibility requirements on all of these grants. And she was able to secure $2,500 for her business in cash. and is waiting to get the 1,500 in ad credits. Ad credits is money because we spend money on ads, okay? So that's a lot of value to us. That was probably the biggest thing that I wanted out of the Facebook grant when I got it, okay? Okay, Alaska has $10,000 grant from small business. Yeah, at the state levels, county and cities, there's so many. We can't even list them all. There's so many. They come out every day. It seems like every hour on the hour, there's a grant. Start contact, use the tips. We tell you exactly what agencies in your counties and cities that you need to be contacting to ask them about grants. Okay, I just won the grant in our county, Cuyahoga County grant. Okay, so the day before yesterday, this is Thursday. Tuesday, they finished my grant paperwork. The grantor, the funder, Cuyahoga County, the county, finished my paperwork. Yesterday, I woke up and the money was in my bank account. They are fast because they told me, they said, we want to make sure we get you all your money before the end of December. So, like I said, you can go into the new year with money for your business. You don't even have to wait till the new year. The programs are out there. And we gave you the tools. So it's just up to you to be proactive, use the tools that we provide for you, and go and get your money because it's out there. I got mine. And I know a lot of you are getting yours. Okay. Yeah. So, we wish you all so much success. Again, have a wonderful, blessed, safe, and healthy holiday season. And we will see you after Christmas. I will come back on and share some more updates because it's always day to day. They make changes with this stimulus bill and other opportunities that are coming on for you guys. Okay. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. Again, if you haven't done so already, give this a thumbs up. Do subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and then hit that notification bell to make sure that you get all of our latest updates. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Bye.